Hi, welcome to the A to Z of Aerial Yoga, a series dedicated to spreading awareness of what Aerial Yoga is and what it can do for you and your health. In essence, Aerial Yoga is very simple. It involves partially or fully suspending the body and allowing the body to stretch and open and mobilize in a very natural and easeful way. And it can have incredibly powerful effects, positive effects, physically, mentally and emotionally on people. We call this harvesting gravity, and we want to make this as accessible as possible. We want as many people as possible to be getting involved in aerial yoga. Now, in today's episode called Alpha Rocking, we're going to show you 3 ways that you can incorporate rocking into your aerial practice, the benefits of this, and how to do it. Before we begin today's episode, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more free content and classes that we produce. Reason 1 is that rocking stimulates the body's relaxation response. So you can see here from the visual that Agni is completely inside the swing, what we call the full cocoon experience. So she's in a nice, relaxed, comfortable position inside, and the swing is rocking, the body's rocking from side to side. And you can see, just looking at that for a second, it's a beautiful rhythm. It's a perfect rhythm. It's unhurried, it's consistent. It's beautiful to look at, really. It's beautiful to look at. And we know when we look at this instinctively, we feel this is a peaceful experience. Even to look at it can make you feel a bit peaceful, but if you're experiencing it from inside, then it's even more peaceful and relaxing. We also know that rocking is a universal way of comforting children. We've all been comforted by rocking. We've done it, we've received it, we see it around us. So we know this, we instinctively know this. And there are plenty of times we need a little comforting as adults, but obviously it's very hard to get this kind of experience, a full body rock. But not anymore. Now that you're learning how to harvest gravity and motion for your benefit, there's a little bit of science here. Dr. Herbert Benson and his team at Harvard Medical School found that repetitive movement, like rocking, stimulates the body's relaxation response. Lowers the heart rate, the blood pressure, relaxes muscles, deepens breathing. In other words, it helps you transition from being on edge to being at ease. And we know that heightened stress levels are major causes or aggravators of pretty much every illness out there. So the swing allows and expedites, speeds up this journey of transformation from stress to ease, from poor health to improved health. And here's a little tip. If you set your swing low like Agni's done here, if you set your swing low, you can simply drop your feet to the floor, and you can give yourself a little push off. So you might be inside the swing, you can push yourself off and set up the rocking motion for yourself. So you don't need a third party, you don't need your friend to be there to give you a little push. If you've got your swing nice and low to begin with, then you can set the rocking motion off and you can go on this journey from stress to ease. Looks beautiful, it feels beautiful, and it is beautiful, and it's happening because you've changed the body's relationship to gravity. You've made this possible by having a swing. So that's the first reason. Rocking stimulates the body's relaxation response. So reason number 2 for you to use the rocking motion is for warming up and for injury prevention. So you can see here, Agni's just preparing to come into a hamstring stretch. She's rocking backwards and forwards. She's gently warming up the hamstrings and sending the message to the nervous system that this is the part of the body that we're opening. So she's using the rocking possibility to lean herself back and forth a few times, and then she's going to come and hold a slightly deeper hamstring stretch. Now we know it's important to warm up before we come into deeper stretches, and it's kind of doubly important when you're working with a swing because you're working with an unstable surface. So it can be that it can be easier sometimes to overstretch when you're not used to working with the equipment. So it's nice to just do these smaller movements as she was doing, those little rocking movements, if she can show us again. It's nicer to just do that so you don't just drop into too deep a stretch for your body. It also develops a certain sensitivity and respect towards your body. You're not just kind of forcing it to go through this routine. You're listening to your body, you're being sensitive to your body. Just on the same theme, you could also do, this is for the hamstrings, but you could bend the knee out to the side and you could do a similar warm-up for the hip now. So she's got the knee externally rotating towards the camera. That's another option for the hip. Or if she turns to the side and then she begins to get more into the groin and the adductor muscles, and she could do the same thing. She could just very gently rock, small rocking movements. So it can become quite a nice fluid sequence when you get to know how to work with the swing, but it's just a great way to prevent injury and develop sensitivity and warm up your body. So that's the second reason to incorporate and way to incorporate rocking into your aerial yoga practice. So reason 3 for incorporating rocking into your practice is mobilisation. But we could call mobilisation slightly sexier now. We could call it youthfulness, because they do say you're as young as your spine. Yeah? And the swing allows you to get great traction for your spine and also allows you to move the rest of the skeletal system through its full range of motion in a very low impact way. So it's fantastic for general mobility, particularly, that should be particularly appealing to older people who may be feeling a reduction in their mobility as they get a little bit older, but actually it's useful for everybody. Now if we look at Agni here, she's in what we call a soft shoulder stand, which means she's got some gentle traction here in the spine, elongation of the spine. And what she's doing is she's rocking the hips from side to side, so she's taking the spine through more of its range of motion. She's getting some lateral motion. If she comes a bit stronger, she might get more of a little twist into it as well. And she's doing all that whilst the spine is under traction. So the spine is elongated, and also whilst the body's quite relaxed and the muscles are relaxed. Yeah? So this is a great way for returning space and moisture into the intervertebral discs, so rehydrating the spinal column and also relaxing any tension and tightness in the muscles. So particularly great for lower back issues in many people. So that's all good for the spine, but if we want to, say, help the hip to stay kind of youthful, then we need to move the hip through its range of motion. So if you just watch now, she's going to drop the leg down, forwards and across, and then she's going to take the leg back into the swing, and she might then go to the other side, drop it down, forwards and across. Now she's going to continue to do that. This is taking the hip joint through a large range of its motion. So when you take your joints like shoulders and hips through their range of motion, you release synovial fluid. This is the body's natural lubrication. You have to move, and you have to move through your full range to get the maximum release of synovial fluid and maintain youthfulness, maintain a good, easy posture, an easy movement. So you can do the spine, and you can also do the rest of the skeletal system using the swing. Like I said, it's very low impact, it's very much assisted, and it's very accessible. You can have the swing nice and low like this and work with all different kinds of age groups. So that's the third reason to utilize rocking: mobilisation. It's a great use for the swing, mobilising the spine and the rest of the body. So loads of reasons for you to get your own swing and start to harvest gravity for yourself. You've got youthfulness, mobility, you've got transformation, you've got injury prevention. This is Richard and Agni from Teaching Aerial Yoga. We do trainings, classes, workshops. We do them online, we do them in London, and we also do them in Lithuania. Make sure to comment, share, ask us questions, engage with this post, and join us in the future for more posts on the A to Z series and also free mini classes. Have a great time with this material, and we'll see you in the future. Thank you very much.